Hello everyone, I'm Timothy McSwain and welcome to my snapshot overview for Minecraft 14W20B. That title says 20A. Let's go fix that. This is the first new feature they added. This is probably going to be a short video. I'm going to try to make it short. They didn't add that much. The new title command is what I just executed there, and it's 20B, so that was my bad. You have new functionality for this title, which is really cool. In this command block, I have the new title command. You here, I'll show you the syntax. Title help. There. Looks like there's quite a lot of information, and there kind of is, but you don't have to include it all. So what you see in that last bit here, title, player, times. This is like how long you want it to take to fade in, how long you want it to stay on the screen, and how long you want it to take to fade out. You can also clear titles and reset titles, which is for if you change the defaults, you can change it back again. And you can just do that really quick in here too by typing title at P or your name, or at A or at R if you want to do that. Title, and then you're using JSON, so it looks like this: text, hello world, close the bracket, and there you go. And you can do that to if you're up on a server, if you have permission to run commands, you can do that to other players as well, which might be cool for the other members of my Survive the Night server if they don't know about this yet. And then there's also subtitle here, which you can put instead of title. And if you do that, if I go over here and I change title to subtitle, whoop, you see it doesn't even actually show anything, it looks like. Yeah, it only works if there's also a title being shown, I guess. Oh, I set that as a subtitle, so now all I have to do is execute title and also subtitle. Yeah. So it's complicated, but if you run them to like this, I think command blocks are the easiest way to execute this, because you can put them together like this. I believe you can also do color red. I might be wrong. I know you can do this, but I don't know if that's the correct syntax. No, it's not. But you can do stuff like that. It's more of a technical thing, so I'm not going to get into it too much. The world we're in here, I loaded back up for a specific reason. This is my world for my snapshot overviews for Minecraft 1.7, and the reason why I loaded it up is because I knew there was a Mesa here. Mesa's changed a little bit. There's now caves in Mesa, as you can see over here. And the reason that it wasn't working before was because caves, when caves would spawn in the world, they couldn't break through clay. So these clay blocks, there wouldn't be caves in the clay. But that was fixed. So now you have these naturally spawning caves in here. And woohoo, achievement. You can see they look pretty cool. Really orange. But it's a new kind of cave that's kind of exciting to explore, and you can see the different layers, and eventually if you get down far enough, you see the clay is just hardened clay now. And if you break this down far enough, you see you're eventually going to get back to stone. But this will also make it maybe a little bit easier to get the kind of clay you want if you're mining it all out. I think this is really cool. These caves look awesome. It's like you can make it into a base really easy. A really cool, colorful base or something. So that's really cool. The last thing I want to show you, because I said this is a pretty small snapshot, they didn't change much. I'm guessing they fixed a bunch of bugs too, but I didn't look at the changelog. I probably should have done that, but these are the major features in the new snapshot. The last one has to do with world border. I showed this in my last video, world border, which has been around for a little while. So you can do like world border center tilde tilde to get your current location, and world border set 50. So you have this world border that goes up around you, and you can't walk outside of it, and all mobs outside of it die. You see it gets red when you get near the edge. This is nothing new. This is what I've explained before. You can only go outside the block because it's you can't move past that actual block. So if you set it, I think it's 50.5. Yeah. If you set on a 0.5, no, that's not perfect, but if you do 50.75 maybe, or do we have to do 51? Yeah, 51 works. And see, so now it's the same block that I can't move to, but it's closer to the actual edge of the block. So this is cool because, as you can see, the blocks that are inside it. If you want to go ahead and dig, if you're digging through here and you run into the world border, hey zombie. See, you run into the world border and you can't even punch that block through there. But if you do world border set, let's do 49, 45. That guy should die, but he's not. So, see, this is what has changed. No, that didn't work that way. But if I'm standing right here, and I do set to 5, and I do it over a course of 5 seconds, it'll tell you, hey, you better move away, and if you don't, then you get trapped outside. But the cool thing is now you're not stuck within a block. You can move around freely outside the world border. You're still gonna have that red on the outside, but you can move around freely out here. And if you're in survival, you're taking damage as long as you're out here. So the challenge is to get as fast as possible, get back into the border. And once you jump in, you can't leave again. You're stuck within the world border, but you don't take damage anymore. So let's show that again. If I go into survival mode here, and I am exploring this Mesa biome over here, mining or whatever, and it gets set down, you'll start taking damage. And the only way to stop from dying is to run really quick, actually into the border, and then you can't get back out again. And you don't get hurt from touching it or anything either. So, you can see then you can always, you have the freedom to change the border still, even in survival because I'm up. But this is, I'm still waiting for it to try to find a way to use this because this is totally awesome. I can't wait to explore it some more. The only thing now that I wish they would still do is there's no world border reset, which sucks. Yeah. But you can probably set it pretty big, I'm guessing. Yeah. It'll probably take a little while to get to it from this view. So that's basically all that's changed. Sorry, typing that command. To keep it at noon. That's basically all it. Okay, that's apparently what I'm going to say now. That's all there is for this snapshot overview. If you want to see more on the features I showed that existed in the last few snapshots, you can go check out my reviews for 14W18 and 14W19, which cover some more of that stuff. And I have reviews from before that covering other areas of 1.8. My videos for 1.7 snapshots are up there too if you really want to go see those too. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you again in my next episode.